Hi everyone, William Weyser is here, and welcome to this very special episode of William Weyser's Childhood Fears. Hey, it's a fact in life, we all make mistakes. Some mistakes I've made in the past include misspeaking, me accidentally intimidating a little girl by saying her name without much further introduction, and making a few math errors. And I've made a lot of other mistakes in the past, and I've made some mistakes on this show too. Which 13 times were the times that I really messed up? Well, you'll find that out in this episode. This is the top 13 mistakes I have made on William Weyser's Childhood Fears. Number 13. It's no one even asked me if I took the milk money that time. When I did the Stayed By Me ripoff episode, I said that director Richard Benjamin saw this and said, nobody asked me if I took the milk money that time, when actually Chris Chambers, played by the late River Phoenix, said, no one even asked me if I took the milk money that time. It happens when I don't remember a certain phrase said by somebody, especially when they're having their own emotional moments from this much better movie. And I apologize for misremembering that exact phrase. And now Chris Chambers is out to take my milk money, knowing that he should take the milk money movie first before he takes mine. Number 12. Adam Lavorgna's last name doesn't have a silent G, you silent G-man. Yes, he does. Okay, for those who have never heard of him, Adam Lavorgna, born in New Haven, Connecticut, is an actor who is known for starring in a few other things like Seventh Heaven, Brooklyn Bridge or something, and Masterless, and .270. And for every good thing that he was in, he was also in a few stinkers like this one, Beauty and the Beautician, and I'll Be Home for Christmas. Now, to Adam's credit, among the three Milk Money boys, he is the only one among the three that I have seen in other things. And he's one of those actors I've seen in something good and in something bad. And I might still end up being proved wrong about this, but I've seen videos where I wanted to look up how Adam's last name is pronounced, and there are more times where the last name was pronounced Lavorgna instead of Lavorgna, because it's spelled Lavorgna, so I kind of got confused, and knowing that's Lavorgna instead of Lavorgna, even though I did pronounce it correctly in the same episode, the people who pronounced it Lavorgna messed up as well. Adam Lavorgna, if you look back at this, take all of that movie's milk money. Number 11. It's I apologize in advance, not and advance. When I did the 3 most intimidating Jeopardy Teen Tournament champions, before I got to this guy, I said that I apologized in advance, not in advance. What happened was that I misheard both Phantom Strider and the Nostalgia Critic when Phantom Strider did the top 10 worst movies of all time, and the Nostalgia Critic reviewed The Page Master. One of them said, I'm sorry in advance, and the other said, I apologize in advance. And both times I thought they said I apologize in advance, not in advance. I apologize for that mistake, and I apologize in advance from now on. And before then, I have never said that phrase before. Now, I'm going to stay in this episode for this next mistake. Number 10. Number 10. Stop insulting Avi Gupta. I know that Avi Gupta is our reigning team champion, but ever since his first appearance, he has done nothing for me. And I have said a lot of bad things about him ever since I did this episode and a few videos that don't have to do with this show. For those who don't know who Avi Gupta is, Avi Gupta was a senior at Caitlin Gable School in Portland, Oregon, and he's now a student at Columbia University. When he was on in the team tournament, and my chances of rooting for him went downhill ever since he won his first game thanks to the two ladies he was playing, and he was clapping for them when he found out that both of his opponents got wild cards, when I really wanted to see him clap for one of his opponents that beats him, knowing that it never happened. And there were a few instances after that where people came close to beating Avi Gupta and it didn't work out. Especially people like Jackson Jones, who lost to Avi on a tiebreaker, and Ryan Pressler, the 8th grader, who tried to beat him, but just had tough luck. And I know that after Avi won, I looked up to see how many times the team tournament was won by a sophomore, junior, or senior, and I saw that only 4 of them were won by a sophomore, 10 were won by a junior, and 18 were won by a senior. I know that seniors have more high school and college experience, but that's way too much. And also ever since I came up with this idea that I had in mind, and Jeopardy, I have just one small request for you to do next time you do a team tournament. Please do a grade 8 to 9 version, because you've never had an 8th grader or a freshman win a team tournament ever, and I'd like to see that. But I will give Avi credit, and that is that when I found out that he raised over $10,000 to help a certain game show host fight against cancer, that was a nice thing that he did, and I'll give him a point for that. But that doesn't change my opinion of Avi on the show. Avi Gupta, he did absolutely nothing for me, and as a result, he made me feel absolutely nothing. Number 9. Your constant stuttering and white rectangle in the Barney's Musical Scrapbook trailer. Okay. You'll notice that in my videos, I have done a lot of stuttering. When I was a baby, I was born with special needs, and autism is one of those things that I wish that I could control, but I can't, no matter how hard I try. And no matter how many times I wish to speak fluently, it's something that I've been having a lot of trouble doing. And you'll notice that in my videos, like this one, I've been stuttering a lot. And you'll notice a few times I've stuttered in the Barney's Let's Play School trailer, even though the actual special is way better than the trailer. The stuttering came from when I said that Baby Bob needs to give people a chance, or else she shouldn't have been here. No hard feeling for this home video special, but I still felt the same. And the second stuttering came from near the very end of what I consider to be the worst Barney home video trailer that I've ever seen. with these two episodes that I hate so much. Good, Clean Fun and Oh Brother, She's My Sister. The stuttering came from when I said that when I checked both videos out of the library one day, I was like, to quote Dee Dee from Chucky's Rich, "Now, Stu, you didn't really give him a chance. You were ready to pounce on him the minute you walked in the door." And I was about ready to pounce on those two episodes the minute that I found them at the library. And yeah, I pounced at them really hard. And that's the stuttering for those moments. Now, if you're wondering about the white rectangle, sometimes camera angles aren't my best thing. You'll see right there a small white rectangle. I thought that my camera angle was perfect at trying to get this trailer. Sure, it's not the worst ever, but it's still scary near the end. I thought I had it perfect, but then again, I wasn't paying that much attention to where the camera was, and that white rectangle showed up. But aside from that, when I was a child, I couldn't like my chances of getting the Barney's Mystical Scrapbook trailer, as well as the special that I've never seen as a little kid. And you'll notice that if you've seen this, it'll lead up to what I've done after this, which I was doing 5 separate videos of Brad Rutter, Ken Jennings, Austin Rogers, Pam Mueller, and Alan Lynn, explaining about what those 5 have done to get spots in the scrapbook tournament. And I used the Barney's Mystical Scrapbook end credits trailer music, end credits home video special music, as for me explaining about this. And the scariest thing that I still have of this is Barney saying "say cheese" and the spine-tingling music as he snaps for the camera. Barney, if you do this to me, I'm gonna find a way to get back at you. And I hope you enjoyed those first 5 mistakes. There will be more mistakes coming up that I will say from number 8 to number 1 after the break.